Good evening, everyone, and welcome to round one of the Winter Cup Series here. We are at Daytona for 100 laps tonight of action-packed racing, and I can tell you it is going to be an action-packed night here. Full field tonight, 43 cars with some big names in the field, such as Tyler Hudson, Nim Cross, just to name a few. You can expect some great racing all night long. I'm joined here in the booth with Brian McCann here for Soak Tires Broadcasting. Hey, Brian, how's it going?
How's it going? Pretty good. Can't wait to see this race.
Absolutely. So the guys have just wrapped up qualifying here, so let's jump right into the starting order tonight. Putting it on pole is going to be Cody Smith here tonight. Christian Challoner there in second. Adam Benefiel will start third. Tyler Hudson fourth. Tyler Marble will start fifth. Samuel Harris in sixth. Adam DeBlasio in seventh. Nim Cross will start eighth. Samuel Roush in ninth. Travis Solenberger in 10th. Andrew Dorman starting 11th. And in 12th, we have Tom Wetmore. Starting 13th, we have Kyle Milliken. In 14th, Chuck Sweeting. In 15th, we have Nick Terabuk. In 7th, we have Joshua Campbell. 16th, Joshua Campbell. In 17th, we have Dustin Montgomery. Starting 18th, we have Alan Rowell. In 19th, Jeffrey Marble. And starting 20th, we have Kyle Rhodes. In 21st, we have Brian Conklin. In 22nd, we have Joshua Watson. Starting 23rd, we have Trevor Trago. In 24th, David Hall. In 25th, we have AJ Strafato. In 26th, Gregory Hectus. In 27th, we have Joe Yakes. In 28th, Drew Hammock. Starting 29th, Justin Lowry. 30th, Jake Bryan. In 31st, Ty Ippolito. In 32nd, Mike Ellis. Starting 33rd, Jonathan Medeiros. In 34th, Jason Maines. Starting 35th, we have Dave Fugue. In 36th, Jake Hixson. Starting 37th, we have Jay Heichman. 38th, Alan Pajari. 39th, Brandon Figolia. In 40th, we have Tim Phillips. In 41st, Brad Miller. Starting 42nd, Maddie Watkins. And in rounding out the huge field tonight, in 43rd will be Joshua Mertz.
And 43 cars.
Boy, oh boy, 43 cars tonight. It is going to be an action-packed night here as they start their pace lap here to get the race started. Starting on pole is going to be Cody Smith here. And Brian, I have to ask here, 43 cars, tough field tonight, competitive field. Where would you want to start?
Either first or last.
Absolutely. I have to imagine the big one will happen tonight. We can almost guarantee it. The question is going to be, where is it going to be? And if you're mid-pack here at the start, I would be sweating a little bit here. You have to wonder how many of these guys are veterans here in the league, how many are first-timers out here tonight, and always, you know how it goes racing with new people. It can be a little dicey sometimes here, but pace car is going to dive off this time around, and Cody Smith there in the number 18 machine, he's going to lead us down to the start of this race here tonight. 100 laps at Daytona for round one here as the pace car dives off. Green flag is out, and we are underway here tonight.
Do you know if they have fast repairs?
I will verify that and get back to you in just 1 second here. As you can see, the 78 there of Challoner on the outside actually getting a great run, but on the bottom side there, you have the 18 of Smith being pushed by the 83 there of Benefiel out front early here as the 18 of Smith takes the race lead. And it's starting to look like that inside line moving a little quicker here off the start of the race. As you can see, that outside line has fewer cars, only about 7 cars up there on that high side currently, with the 78 of Challoner leading the challenge. And I apologize, I couldn't get a confirmation there on quick repair status tonight, so we're going to go ahead and assume no quick repairs, or at a maximum of 1 here this evening.
Yeah, I can keep an eye on it. If a big wreck does happen, I'll see if anybody repairs in the pits.
Absolutely. As you can see, the 18 of Smith still out front here, just checking back further through the field. It looks like we've got almost 2 packs starting to form here. As you can see, they're all spread out. We're currently all the way back here to 28th. Mike Ellis there in the 51, just going further back through the field here. And we've got some stragglers on further back. It looks who's in last there. That's going to be Joshua Mertz. Looks like he's lost the draft here early on. And that is not a place you want to be here. As you see the 34 there of Alan Pajari, there is that last car in the huge pack here, with only 1 car losing the draft so far.
Starting to look like a huge single file line.
Absolutely. As you can see there, it looks like everybody's dropped down to the single file line, just trying to get a look here. It looks like the 89 there of Samuel Harris is still trying to push Christian Challoner there in the 78 on that high side. So Challoner there started on the outside and has stayed up there so far the entire race here. As you can see, they're starting to get spread out here. So far, a clean race here as we just completed lap 3 and start lap 4 here with the 18 of Smith still out front, the 83 of Benefield there in second, with Tyler Marble third. In 4th there we got Adam DeBlasio, and then in 5th there we have Wetmore. And that'll do it for the top 5. As you can see, they're pretty much single file all the way through the field here so far.
Everybody is giving everybody else room.
That is something you don't see a lot here in iRacing, unfortunately, but a good group of guys out here tonight. Looks like everyone is an experienced driver here. Just looking at their stats here tonight, we got some of the best out here, and it is showing so far here as everybody's giving everybody a lot of room, spreading out. They know they have 100 laps here. It's going to be a huge race, and really Daytona, we've seen it time and time again, really comes down to pit strategy. If it stays green the entire time, you've got to have that pit strategy right. You've got to have teammates out here to work with. You know, really, this race could be won and lost on a green flag pit stop toward the end.
Definitely, and practicing your pit entrance and your pit exit is really crucial.
Absolutely. We saw a few guys in practice while we were getting ready, practicing their green flag pit stops, and I can tell you we saw a few of them get it really wrong there, so hopefully they got a little more practice in before the start of the race and have ironed out those mistakes here.
I call that testing.
Well, that is in practice is where you're going to want to test that. You don't want to test it here in the race, that's for sure. As just checking up front here, the 18 of Smith still out front, and Benefield there in second still. And it looks like, who do we have on the outside there? That's going to be the 73 of Tyler Hudson. He has went to the outside momentarily, and looks like he's trying to get someone there to come with him. No, he's going to slot back down to the inside there. As you can see, the top 20 or so all single file here. And just looking at our timing board here, it looks like we've already got one down pit road as we see Tyler Hudson there go to the outside again. No one has come with him here. And a gap does open up, so he's going to fall back in there. But Jake Bryan here is down on pit road there in the number 4 machine. Been on pit road there for a little over a minute, so it looks like he could be out of the race here tonight with an issue early on. And just looking at Tyler Hudson here in that 73, it really looks like he wants to go to the outside. Either that or he's struggling with temperatures as he keeps going to the outside there to get fresh air. Or he's looking to get some party started up there on that high side as he has a car there go with him. That is going to be the 13 there, Roush. And they're going to need more cars than that here if they want to get that outside line moving up to the front. And you can see Ed has gotten it started there as we got a few more cars there 4 total on the outside. Like the 66 there of Sullenberger has joined them on the outside there, and that is the 12. Actually, the 04 there on the timing board is paint scheme on his car there has the wrong number, but that's going to be Dustin Montgomery there on the outside in that 4-car pack. You can see they're starting to make a little headway here on that outside as Tyler Hudson there has gotten up to 5th currently, with the 13 there of Roush pushing him. They've got another car joined up there. That is going to be the 3 car there of Alan Rowell has joined the party on the outside line there. So they're definitely looking to mix this up here as we're going to complete lap 10 here this time around out of 100.
Yeah, that outside line is making a little bit of progress. They've kind of slowed down now, though.
And again, this early on, it is really all about strategy and trying to position yourself in the right place, because we know green flag pit stops, just by the way this field is driving here, it is very likely we're going to stay green a very long time here. So strategy-wise, you've got to be in the right place here for when we hit that fuel window and you're going to come down pit road. Where you don't want to be is stuck 3 wide and on the outside when that occurs. So they've got to be careful here as they play around 2 wide. You know, Tyler Hudson, someone as experienced as himself. Oh no, he just got turned there by the 13. He's going to make contact with the 30 of Kyle Milliken there in the 73. Oh, he's going to get it stopped. And wow, oh wow, that could have been way worse than it was there. It looks like he's got a little bit of damage there on the front side of his car. We're trying to get a better look at it here. And yes, he does. You can see just a little bit of damage down the front. And, you know, aero damage here can be detrimental, especially if you get... And yeah, we've got a little damage there to the rear. But let's go back and take a look and see what happened there. It looked like the 13 was bump drafting him and just had that instance where it hooked the rear bumper there of the 73s. And we're going to have to go back and try that again from a different camera angle here.
Does that remind you of anything?
I believe you've done that a time or two to me there. If we're going to bring up old instances there.
I think it's the other way around. That's called a hook.
That is a hook, and that's one of the things here that's very difficult about bump drafting here. You've got to hit that car in front of you square on and make sure he's not weaving at all when you do make contact. You'll see what happens there. Basically, just hook the 73 around. I'm going to try to go back and look at the 13's onboard of that incident there. And you can see there just the slightest bit of contact. It was almost like nothing at all there. And everybody does a great job there to get around the 73. 73 did a great job there to hold the brakes and not come up back on the track there, because that could have been the big one here tonight. But it looks like really only 2 cars involved, as we're going to see some pit stops happen now. Looks like the only car to stay out in the entire field is going to be Adam Benefiel here. Every single driver here has pitted. And that, I tell you, I've been in that position before. That's a terrible feeling.
So Tyler Hudson did not take a quick repair.
Yeah, it's entirely possible. They do have a quick repair in the pocket, and you know, with not as much, he doesn't have too much damage here. It looks like certainly with the limited amount of aero damage he has, he could at least stay in the draft. So it's possible here This early on in the race, we're only 13 laps in it out of 100 that he could be saving it if they do have one available tonight. Could be saving it because, again, we haven't had the big one yet. We know it's coming. And one thing you don't want to do is burn that quick repair too early. All right, just looking down through the pit times, it looks like the top... Wow, I'm going to have to go all the way down to 35th. Only took fuel. And there's a few drivers that did take tires, and that's one of the things here. We've had this debate before, but just how important are tires here at Daytona? Really, where I think they really come into play is going to be on the green flag pit stops, right? On your pit entrance and your pit exit. Fresh tires or fresher tires can really make a difference on your braking performance and your ability to, get that car up to speed quickly coming off the pit road. Now, if you go 80 laps or so on a set of tires here, it's going to be really slick. So the question is going to be, for such a long race, do you take tires? If you're trying to stay out front, obviously, you got to worry about that track position. But if you're further back in the field, why not? All right, we can see the pace lights are off the pace car here, so we are going to get restarted here this time around. Adam Benefiel here, the only car in the field to not come down pit road there during our first caution, is going to lead us down to the restart of this race. The 18 of Cody Smith, who was the leader when the yellow came out, he's on the outside there, going to start second, with the 29 of Marble in third, the 31 there, Wetmore in fourth, and the 21 of de Blasio there in fifth. Once we get restarted here, as the pace car is going to pull off here on the front stretch here before we enter the tri-oval. And restarts are on the race leader here, so green flag is out and we are underway here. It looks like Benefield's going to get a good jump on the rest of the field there. Interested to see what this outside line does here. Do they go back to single file like they were? Or are they really going to make this a two wide adventure here for multiple laps? See a little dodging here as you see the 57 there. He's struggling to pick which line he's going to choose the bottom side there. As you can see, some of the drivers on the top side are finding gaps to get down low, but we still have quite a few cars up on that high side as we stay too wide here for another lap. Adam Benefiel still out front here. He's got the 29 of Marble there in second. And just looking to see who the first car is. Still Cody Smith there, who has fallen back to seventh, is the first car on that outside line there. He's got the 31 of Wetmore there pushing him. I'm just going to go through the field here and check in on a few of the key drivers here. We see Christian Challoner here in that number 78 machine. He is all the way back in 36 here, and he's actually got a little damage there. No, I'm sorry, that's going to be Tyler Hudson there to his inside there. Actually, no, they're running very similar paint schemes there. So the 78 does have some damage there to the front end of his car, so that's Challoner. We know Hudson has a little bit of damage from that incident he was in just a few laps ago. It looks like Challoner may have gotten into the back of somebody checking up for that previous incident that brought out the first caution. Another driver we're watching really closely here is going to be that 33 of Nim Cross running the iRacing paint scheme as well. He is currently in 8th there on that bottom side. As you can see, he's right beside the first car on the outside there, the 18 of Smith. And Cross has just been hanging out here in the top 10 since the start of the race here. Sitting very nicely here so far.
3 wide action back to back.
And yes, we do have a little 3 wide action here. Let's see who all is in that. That's going to be Challoner there in the 78 in the middle. He's got Tyler Hudson right behind him there, pushing him. And multiple cars here are going to go 3 wide here. This is back in 27th, back through 34th here. As you can see here, we got some guys that were running up front now in the back after that pit cycle. Looks like they are looking to get back up front there with a sense of urgency. Just looking at the biggest mover so far here tonight, it's going to be that 48 of Brandon Figliola there. He is up 26 spots since the start of the race there in that 48 machine, so he has made some moves up the field here, currently running in 13th. Also got to take a look here at AJ Stravato there in 6th currently. He's up 19 spots since the start of the race, so he's in the well into the top 10 here, trying to break into the top 5 here tonight with a great run so far. And looks like we're going to have the 01 here. Joshua Watson is going to be that first car there on the high side, as the 12 actually in front of him there pulls up. So we've got about 10 cars here on the outside. They're currently, this is back in 18th though, as the rest of the field is back to single file here, as we're going to complete lap 21 this time by. Oh no, I think that is the 73 there of Hudson who gets turned again. It is the 13 there, heavy damage as well. So this is disastrous here, as the 73 of Hudson there, he's going to tow it back to the pits. But oh my, that is going to bring out the second caution of the night here. So let's go back and take a look and see what happened here. Oh, the 9 looks like he's going to come up slightly up the track there and get into the back there of the 73, turns him around. Let's get another look at that here. Just 1 second. Alright, let's watch the replay here. You can see the 9 there on the bottom side, the 73 of Hudson there in the middle. And wow, it looked like the 9 might have got on the apron slightly. Something happened that sent that car up the track very quickly there. That is going to bring out the second caution of the night, and we've already got a very fast racer, or more than one there, out of the race. It's the 13 of Roush there also involved.
I'm looking back at it. It might actually have been net code, because it looked like the 73 came down a little bit, but the 9 sucked up into him. And can we look at that again?
Absolutely. Let's go back and check another replay. We'll try to slow it down as well. So we're looking at the 9 here as he's on the bottom side of the track there. The 73 comes down, like the gap was open there, but decided that it
See how the
wasn't.
9 just drives up?
Just, yeah, that's why I thought he hit the apron there, but once we slowed it down, he didn't. So yeah, it's something happened. Either they net coated together and it kind of got the cars hung together and sucked him up into him, or it could have, I hate to say this, but the 9 could have been reacting to the 73 coming down there and just took his eyes off of where he was and went up the track. But either way, that's a very unfortunate incident there.
Yeah, it's really hard to tell. We don't know.
All right, so we've got some action on pit road here, and it looks like we're going to have 3 cars so far that have stayed out. So that's going to be your top 3 here. We've got AJ Stravato, Justin Lowry, and Jeffrey Marble there in the 38, all staying out. They last pitted in the previous caution, the first caution of the night, on lap 12. And it looks like Tyler Marble there in the 29. He's going to win the race off of pit road. He's going to restart there in 4th. And just looking down through the field there, I'm looking for Benefiel. There's Benefiel. He's going to rejoin here in 8th. So he lost 4 spots there on pit road. Looking at his pit time there, he had a pit time of 11.3 seconds, and everyone around him had a pit time in the 6 and 7 second range. So that could have been a 2-tire stop, or it could have been a mistake on pit road. But losing out on some track position there is not what he wanted after playing that pit strategy on the first caution by staying out, being the only car to do so. He's now going to find himself back in 8th. And actually, Jeffrey Marble there in the 38 is going to head down pit road here. So only 2 cars remaining here that have stayed out. That's going to be AJ Stravato and Justin Lowry. And both of these top 2 here have made some big gains with this strategy. They last pitted on lap 12. AJ Stravato up 24 spots since the start of the race. Justin Lowry there up 27 spots since the start. So they're definitely playing the strategy here to try to get some track position tonight. Biggest mover though, still going to go to that 48 there. I believe it's Brandon Figliola there, up 30 spots since the start of the race, currently in 9th. So he's been a big mover here tonight. And it looks like we're going to have 4 cars currently out of the race here as we're under our second caution. David Fugue, Samuel Roush, Tyler Hudson, and Jake Bryan all have disconnected here. So they are out of the race, unfortunately, there after our second caution of the night. Tyler Hudson, unfortunately, being involved in both of them and finding himself with too much damage to continue here. Don't worry, we've got plenty of racing left here as the pace car is going to peel off this time around, and the 32 there of AJ Stravato is going to lead us down to the restart of the race here. And the green flag is out, and we are back underway here. See Tyler Marble there on the bottom side getting a great restart. He's going to move up into second here as he makes it around the 46 there of Lowry. He's got Cody Smith there in the 18 right behind him in 3rd. And, oh, thought for a second there the 29 was going to pull out and try to get a run around our race leader there. But at the last second decided not to. And that's one of those cases here on a restart like that. If you can time it just right and you've got somebody behind you, you can definitely get a run on the race leader coming out of turn 2 and actually get him cleared by the time you get down to turn 3. It can be risky, but I believe if we have a late race caution, that is going to be a strategy you're going to see here tonight. as it is obviously here at a super speedway with the current draft package. Very difficult to pass here. We will probably see some 3 wide racing, and generally that bottom line will be the dominant line, but we have seen some surprises here before, and only time will tell. Looks like we're gonna have to go all the way back to 24th here to see the 2 wide action. You've got the 62 there, and Mike Ellis there in the 51 on the bottom side of the 62 there. 2 wide, we've got Jonathan Medeiros there in the 84. Ooh, and we're going to have some 3 wide action here, as that's going to be the 12 there of Dustin Montgomery making a pass there. He's currently behind the 77 there of Drew Hammock. As you can see, the field is going to spread out here and go single file most of the way around the track here. I have to go all the way back here to 31st here to see the 2 wide action. That's going to be the... See the 89 car there pulling out to the outside there, falling back through the field. You can still see that front end damage there on the 78 of Challenger. Oh, we've got a huge wreck here. Got multiple cars going around here. Looks like the 87 of Yakes, Matty Watkins there involved. Alan Pajari there in the 34. Kyle Milliken there. Looks like he's going to have the most damage, as he's actually going to drive in reverse down pit road here. Not a bad strategy there. Don't worry about getting the car turned around. We'll see if he can pull one of those 180 e-brake slides here. That's what we're interested in. Or is he going to pit in reverse? And he does complete a reverse pit stop there. Still impressive. So let's go back and check the replay here and see what exactly brought that caution out. We're looking at the 30 there of Milliken. It looks like the 87 got out of shape.
It's called a mid-turn hook.
That's exactly what it looked like. It looked like it could have been an accordion effect here. Let's go back and try to get another look at it. Yeah, the 30's gonna, yeah, the 30 hooks the 87 there. And that is what started that. Ooh, big hit there from the 36. That's Joshua Mertz, who slammed into the 87 there, and you can see the front end damage, and then he made contact with 34 of Pajari. Gonna slow it down here, and you can see, I was just looking to see if there was an accordion effect. No, it looks like the 30 just gets up to the rear bumper there, the 87, and
I do think they were slowing down in front of him.
That could have been the case there. They were pretty spread out. Well, spread out for Daytona here. We're talking a matter of inches in front of them there. But yeah, that definitely, it was on corner exit too.
Yeah, the 87 was having a checkup for everybody in front of him. You can see it in the cockpit view.
Just want to watch the 8 here as we slow it down. It happened right in front of them. Still trying to determine. Wow, it just, they went up the track right in front of them there. So the 8 escapes narrowly. And that is awesome. Meanwhile, that's going to bring out the third caution here of the evening on lap 30. And it doesn't look like we've got any takers down pit road in the top. Wow, we're going to have to go all the way back to 24th there. Sorry, 23rd. Adam Benefield there in the 83. He did come down pit road, and looks like everybody behind him did as well. But the top 22 drivers are going to stay out here under this caution break, with the race leader Stravato there actually last pitted on lap 12, so he has not come down pit road in the last 2 caution cycles here. So I have to wonder what his strategy is tonight.
Staying out of mid-pack.
And as we've seen so far, that could be a winning strategy here. All about that track position for Stravato tonight, as he is going to stay out front here. Lights are going to go off the pace car. We're going to get restarted this time. Just looking through the field here, and it doesn't look like things got shaken up too much here. We've still got de Blasio there in the top 5. We've got Tom Wetmore there, top 5. Brandon Figliola there, currently running in 8th. And Travis Sullenberger there, currently running 10th. Still a lot of racing ahead of us here, and just looking at the attrition count, it looks like we still got 36 cars out on track currently, out of 43, so we haven't lost too many here so far as we get close to a third of the way through this race tonight. And we're going to see the pace car peel off this time. We're going to get restarted here. The 32 of AJ Stravato is going to lead us down to the restart line here. He's got the 29 of Tyler Marlborough to his outside as the green flag is out, and we are underway here once again. Great jump there by the 33 there of Stravato as he's up to an early lead here, but the 18 of Smith, is he going to pull out? He is. And that's what we talked about after the last restart there. We could see someone try to pull out. The 29 did not go with him. So that is what the 18 needed there. He needed somebody to go with him. If he did, he would have been able to clear the race leader by the time they got down into turn 3. But you can see the 29 chooses to stay with Stravato there. And now we're going to see the 18 try to find a gap here. And he's finally going to find one there in 4th. And we were just, I was talking about after the last restart, Brian, that, you know, if we see a late race restart, one position I believe you do not want to be in is first.
Yeah, I don't like being first.
Absolutely. When it comes down to just, especially if we have a green-white checkered finish, that car out front in first can easily be slingshot by two or three drivers that choose to do so and have them clear by the time they get down to turn 3. Like everybody's doing a good job here of spreading out and getting single file once again as we start to approach the halfway point of the race tonight. Everyone giving everybody lots of room here now, especially after that last caution. We saw that accordion effect cause a pretty big incident there.
Yeah, when you got a line of 20, 30 cars, I would imagine that just amplifies it.
Absolutely, and then you factor in this is over the internet, and that lovely net code does not play any favors here tonight. You know, all those things combined is a recipe for disaster to happen, which we call the big one here at super speedways. And I still think we have that yet to come. We only saw about 4 or 5 cars involved in that last one. I have to imagine once we get to the latter part of this race here, the aggression starts to go up and the moves become riskier. We could see a mistake up front that unfortunately we don't want to see that. But you know, if you're a driver out here running mid-pack, running around 10th, you have to keep that in the back of your mind here. that it could happen. So far, Stravato there, still out front with the 29 of Marble behind him. Remember, AJ Stravato, our race leader, he last pitted on lap 12. We've had 2 cautions since then, and he chose to stay out for both of them there.
Everybody is single file. That is a beauty to see.
Everyone's single file. That is something we haven't seen yet, but it does look so. We're all the way back to 30. Oh, we've actually got 2 packs formed here. So back in 32nd, Alan Rowell, Brad Miller, and Gregory Hectus, and Tim Phillips there. All in a second pack here by themselves. And then the rest of the guys, looks like it's going to be 30th through 1st here. All in a single file pack. You know, another thing we haven't discussed yet, we do not know the tape configuration that they are running here tonight with the setups. But typically what we do see, you know, with the fixed setup, if that is what they're running here tonight, that it does run a pretty aggressive tape configuration, meaning that you can only really bump draft for a lap or 2 before you start to have to worry about your temperatures. And you know, we could see that come into play here later on in the race as well. That's certainly where you're going to see your more experienced drivers shine and know exactly how far they can push it, and at the right point when they can push it, you know, literally push the car in front of them, and maximize their bump drafting at the right time. And we've seen a bit of a gap here develop between, that's going to be between 5th and 6th. There's Justin Lowry there in the 46 car. Looks like he's backed off slightly from the 05 of Dorman. And as spread out as these guys are getting here, I have to wonder how many are saving fuel further back in the pack here. We know the race leader there is burning the most fuel of anyone else in the pack here, so everyone else behind him has the luxury of saving a bit of fuel here. And on a fuel stint, you can see that go all the way up to 2 or 3 laps advantage just by not being in the race lead. Going to come around and complete lap 40 here. Stravato still leading the race with the 29 there of Tyler Marble in 2nd, De Blasio there in 3rd, Cody Smith in 4th, and Andrew Dorman in 5th.
Do I remember correctly that you said the leader has not pitted yet?
He last pitted on lap 12, so he pitted during the first caution and hasn't pitted since. Everyone behind him has pitted. The top 15 all pitted last on lap 23. And then further back, they pitted during the last yellow on lap 29. So we've got a bit of a mixed strategy here. Oh, we've got another incident happening on further back in the field there. Looks like the 89 there of Samuel Harris involved. I see heavy damage there to the 3 car. Don't know if he was involved or not. Looks like Matty Watkins there in the 999 machine there with some heavy damage, but we are going to stay green. Just going to go back and check. Oh, the 62 there went way off track. Go back to the replay here, and you're going to see, oh, it's the 9 again there involved in another one as the 62 makes contact. See Matty Watkins there sliding through the field as well. But we do stay green here. That's certainly going to shake the field up here. As you can see further back here, 26 on back there. They are spread out pretty drastically here. Looks like the 78 there of Challoner, well, actually the 8 of Campbell there is going to be the last car in the big pack here, currently running in 23rd. Meanwhile, Stravato continues to lead the race here as we're going to complete lap 44 out of 100 here with Tyler Marble in second. Have to wonder how far can Stravato go here. He last pitted on lap 12. We have to assume he topped off on fuel there. And just how far can he take it here? And he's going to want another caution here because all the cars behind him here have about 12 laps more fuel than he does. So he's off strategy from the rest of the pack here.
We got 22 cars in the lead pack, and a little bit of separation from there.
Yeah, starting to see the field spread out there after that last incident. Didn't bring the caution out, but we're starting to see a couple packs form here. A couple cars on pit road. They are the ones that were involved in that previous incident. So that's going to be Kyle Rhodes and Matty Watkins, both getting damage repair. They're going to go multiple laps down here if they do rejoin. As Stravato here is going to come around, complete lap 47 here as we approach the halfway point here tonight. Still a lot of cars in the field, a lot of action yet to come here. We can see lap traffic just up ahead here. That's going to play a factor here momentarily.
In radio chatter, they are in communication, so they already have a plan.
Oh, they are going to go to the outside there. Typically, we see the lap car go high, but that is a risky one. But looks
He
like
did call it out, though.
they are all in coordination. So far, everyone has made it around them. The risky thing about doing that right there is if someone's not paying attention, 5 or 6 cars back, and all of a sudden the car in front of them goes high at the last second, catches someone off guard, you can have a pretty disastrous event take place there. But it looks like everybody, for the most part here, is doing okay. We actually see the 87 there. It looks like he's going to get hooked up there with the 88. Just trying to, yeah, who that is there. Well, that's going to be Jake Hixson here in the 88 Menards machine. So there's potential there that him and the 87 machine there could be teammates there. As you can see, the 87 is going to slide in there right in front of Hixson here. Hixson currently running 8. And the 33 there of Stravato is going to come around here and complete lap 50. So we are officially halfway through the race tonight.
Do we know if they're running 100% fuel or not?
Yes, they are running 100% fuel. I can confirm that. See the field here still spread out, single file currently. Stravato, remember, pitted on lap 12. Everyone else behind him here is pitted on lap 23 or later. So Stravato now on lap 52. Has about 40 laps under his belt now. About 5 or 6 of those probably are under caution here, but we should expect him to enter his pit stop window here shortly. And we know he is probably praying for a caution here, being off strategy from the rest of the field. Definitely do not want to come down pit road for a green flag pit stop by yourself. One car we haven't talked about a lot tonight, I was just looking at the biggest movers here. It's going to be the 88 of Jake Hixson. He's currently up 28 spots since the start of the race now. Inside the top 10, currently running 8th. Car looks clean, and I have to say, he's made some big moves here in the first half of the race. Currently running in 8th. He's sitting in a very good position here tonight to be a potential candidate for the win. You also can't rule out names like Nim Cross here, currently running in 16th, but he last pitted on lap 29. And he's still in a good position here. Has a few more laps of fuel than the rest of the field. Question's going to be here, if we stay green all the way to the end, does he have enough friends out here to really get a group of guys together to pit all at the same time? But we know he can run longer here than the rest of the field. Oh, looks like we're going to have some action on pit road here. We've got a race leader, AJ Stravato, down pit road. He's going to have Lowry with him there in the 46. Only those two are coming down pit road. And both of those guys were in the same boat, both pitting on lap 12. The rest of the field is going to stay out here. So Tyler Marble there in the 29, he's going to take the race lead. So we have a new race leader there. Adam DeBlasio there in the 21 is in second, with Cody Smith in third. So now we're starting to see that green flag pit cycle start here. We know these guys here can run about 10 or 11 laps longer, if not a little bit more, because they were able to save fuel in the draft. Looks like Stravato here is going to rejoin the track in 28th. And looks like he had a slow pit stop there. We actually saw before we cut away on the camera, he slid through his pit box, had to go in reverse there. So the 46 of Lowry there looks to be waiting up for him there, because their best bet here is to get hooked up and not run apart from each other here. Some action on further back here in the pack. This is around 13th here, and wow, you can see the rear end damage there to the 65 of Chuck Sweeting. Oh, we've got a couple cars up in the wall there. It's going to be the 72 of David Hall, and just trying to get who that other car was there. Didn't get a number on it, so we'll have to go back and check the replay there. But you can see heavy damage there to the 72. Oh, and that's going to be multiple cars involved there. It's like the 72 there got the worst of it. Let's go back here one more time here. That's the 89 involved. The 51 of Mike Ellis involved as well. And that will bring out the fourth caution here of the evening. So everyone in the top 25 here, all coming down pit road. And it looks like Justin Lowry here is going to be the first car to stay out. We just saw him and AJ Stravato come down pit road on lap 54. So this really worked out in their favor here. They didn't go a lap down because we're at Daytona, and they stayed on the lead lap here. Now they're going to regain their track position and go all the way back to the front here. But the question is going to be, can they make it on fuel? I have to imagine we would need quite a few yellows here in the second half of the race for these top two to make it on fuel. We saw them go from lap 12 to lap 54 with a couple cautions in between there. And we will have about, once we get restarted here, we're going to have about 40 laps remaining. So at least 3 cautions, I believe, if I'm doing my live math correctly. You got to carry the one, but at least 3 cautions to be able to make it to the end here. But it definitely could happen here for these top two. Meanwhile, the rest of the field all coming down pit road here on lap 57. So Cody Smith's going to win the race off of pit road there. He's going to restart in third. We've got Tom Wetmore there in the 31 Polaris machine, going to restart in fourth with Tyler Marble there in the Napa Auto Parts 29. He's actually going to move up into fifth here for the restart. Adam DeBlasio there in the 21 machine. He's going to restart 6th with Andrew Dorman in 7th. Jake Hixson going to restart there in 8th with Travis Sullenberger in 9th and Adam Bitterfield there in 10th. So that's the top 10 here as they all get lined up, and we're getting ready for the restart. So we've got yet another lead change here with the 46 of Lowry actually going to restart here in the lead with AJ Stravato on the outside. Pace lights are off the pace car, so we are going to get restarted here this time around.
So it sort of worked out for Stravato there, right?
Absolutely. I do believe, if we go green all the way to the end, I do not think the guys behind him that just pitted can make it to the end. So now they are all essentially on the same fuel strategy. Now, if we have a handful of cautions between now and then, that is where it can get dicey. And potentially, we could see a position where the top 2 can't make it, but the rest of the field can. Or we could see a position here where the top 2 can make it as the green flag does come out here. We are going to get restarted. That outside line, wow. Got a huge jump there. The 31 of Wetmore pushing the 33 there of Stravato out front early. And we just have to wonder, hopefully we don't have a black flag situation there. Hopefully he was behind the leader once they got started. But both cars there, the 31 and the 33, are going to clear. So the 33 of Stravato goes out front here. We've got the 21 of DeBlasio there, the first car on the outside. He's got the 88 there of Hixson pushing him. Ooh, and the 21 there, he dropped down the first gap he could find there. He's going to go down to the bottom there in 7th. And we see Nim Cross there in the 33. He's worked his way up into 8th now. And it looks like these two are dropping off from the rest of the pack here. The 33 of Cross there. We see the 66 now behind him, giving him a bit of a push. Just looking at the 33's car, I don't see any damage there. And it looks like they have now caught up back to the lead pack here. So they're all going to be single file all the way back through. Actually, it looks like the entire field now is single file. So it looks like things have settled down here. Everybody dropped down the single file, giving each other room here as we're going to complete lap 63 here out of 100 tonight. AJ Stravato still out front here. He's got Tom Wetmore there in the 31 in second, who pushed him out to that race lead there on the restart. And then in third there, we're going to have Justin Lowry, who is on the same pit strategy as the race leader. Lowry also happens to be our biggest mover so far tonight. He's up 26 spots since the start of the race and currently running third. So I gotta ask Brian, do you have a favorite paint scheme out here tonight?
Yeah, I like a lot of them. The waste management out front, number 33.
You know what? I am very surprised there because I did see a Dale Earnhardt paint scheme and I definitely thought you were going to pick that
Yeah,
one.
there's a lot. No, Miller Lite. Jeff Gordon. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of paint schemes out here I like.
I think my favorite's going to have to go to... Just trying to find it here again.
Number 2's another.
Yeah, number 2. That's who I was looking for there. It's going to be Jason Maines there. With a nice custom paint scheme there. I just can't quite read who the main sponsor is there. It's like ESE.
48 as well. I like that black and red.
That's going to be a Brandon Figliola there. And yes, that is another good custom paint scheme there. A lot of guys out here with some great paints tonight. But the one that matters right now is going to be that race leader there, the Waste Management number 33 of AJ Stravato out front here. After retaking the race lead there on that last restart. Out front here, so we're going to complete lap 68 of 100 here. So we're going to start entering, you know, that time of the race here where moves are going to start to happen. People are going to be looking to get into the right position here, especially if we're going to have another green flag pit stop. And everyone's going to be trying to get their strategy sorted out here. And I have to imagine some of the guys out here, just looking at the names, if not most of them, probably have a real life spotter spotting for them tonight. And I can tell you that is going to make all the difference here in a race that is going to come down to strategy here. Because I can tell you, while you're out here racing with 43 cars in a pack, trying to work out a strategy while at the same time can be very difficult.
I second that.
And the leaders just crossed the line there, so we're going to start lap 70 out of 100 here. So we are entering the later part of the race here. We're still single file. Stravato still leading here. And you have to imagine these guys are going to run it all the way to the end of this fuel stint here, just waiting to see if that caution is going to come out. You don't want to pit here under green, especially if it stays green here and we have a really late race caution. It could be detrimental here, so they're trying to work their strategy out, all getting to position here where they need to be. And it looks like, I'm just looking through the field here, still all single file here, but we've got the main pack here is going to go all the way back to 25th. So Jay Heishman there in the 06 is going to bring up the tail end of this lead pack. At the front of the second pack here, we're going to have a 3-car pack. That's going to be Alan Rowell in front of Mike Ellis and Gregory Hectus further back here in a 2-car pack. So as we enter the later part of the race here, Brian, we've done quite a few super speedways, and I can tell you every car is different here. So I'm trying to remember back to the last time we ran the A-class car here. But typically, if we get into a 3-wide situation on the last couple of laps, which line do you think is going to be the preferred line here?
Most of the times that I've seen, second place pulls out and everybody follows them. And then once they get past the leader, then somebody will try to cut down, somebody try to go high, and usually finish 3 wide.
And that sounds like a plan that very well could play out here. But now we're actually going to see some 2-wide action here. Trying to see who's at the front of the pack there. It's going to be the 06 of Heishman there as the 76 of Miller right behind him. And look at this outside pack. The 33 of Stravato actually goes up there to block momentarily, but the 06 there is coming quickly as this outside line just rocketed to the front. And you can see why it happened there. On that bottom side, they're pretty spread out, with really only the top 4 running closely to each other. And again, you see Stravato there go up the track, put the block on, then come back down to the bottom side. He looks like he's trying to pick which lane he wants to go in there, as he is eventually going to come back down to the bottom there and cut off the 31 there of Wetmore. Oh, and we're going to come up on lap traffic here, so they're going to have to go 3 wide to go around him here. And looks like this lead pack does so nicely there, but the 06 looks like the momentum there has fallen off a bit. He's now fallen back to 5th, and you can see his partner in crime there, the 76 of Miller, shoots down to the bottom side there as soon as the gap opened up. So see if any more cars here jump out to the outside, but I have to imagine they're all starting to think about green flag pit stops here in about 10 or so laps. Starting to see that outside line gain a little bit more momentum here. As you can see, the 06 now going to pull up alongside the second place driver there, the 31 of Wetmore. And now we see the 06 there of Heisman. He's momentarily going to take the lead here as they come out of turn 2. And it'll be interesting to see if he can clear the 33. But no, we see the 31 there of Wetmore give a nice bump draft to the 33 of Stravato down the back straight. So the 06 there not going to clear him this time around. And that's really what the 33 and the 31 have to do on the bottom side here. They have to play defensive and time their drafting perfectly here to really react to what that outside line is doing. So what they don't want to run into a position is, that 06 is able to clear the race leader and drop down to the inside. Seeing that outside lane there get a little momentum run here. The 38 lagging behind a little bit here. We'll see as they caught the draft momentarily there from the 72 that's going to lap down. Doesn't look like they're going to get quite alongside the side of the race leader this time by here. Wow, we saw the 38 there get very close to the inside line.
Went on a little ride there, huh?
Absolutely. That could have been disastrous, but they're going to keep going here as we take 21 to go this time around. And we saw that outside line there start to get a bit of a run there, but Stravato going again up to the high side there to cut off the momentum. And he's doing a great job at that so far.
I went back and watched the 38 car passing that lap traffic, and he was too close on the guy in front of him and did not see him until it was very late and had to make a late reaction.
That was a close call, but we're going to keep going here. 20 to go this time around, and have to wonder, when are we going to start to see those final pit stops here? Could we see a caution come out, or are we going to have to pit under green? Oh, and the 06 here is actually going to have him cleared. He does not drop down, though, so he's going to stay in that outside lane.
Might get him on the backstretch.
He did have him clear there in turn 3, and now it looks like
they got him, yeah.
He's got him cleared going down into... Sorry, this is turn 3. He had him cleared out of 2. Now he's got him cleared in 3 as well. He doesn't drop down, though, so it looks like he's going to stay in that outside lane, choosing to be there, as he does have the race leader cleared. What's interesting here is I'm still seeing the 31 react and pushing the 33 basically the whole way around the track here for the past couple of laps, and really not making as much ground as I thought they would. So that outside line is really starting to come in here with only 4 cars up there, and the momentum that they are able to get off of the corners. You can see it's starting to fizzle out a bit here as finally that bottom lane is going to move forward here, as we're going to come around and take 17 to go here at the line. See the 06 there is going to drop down to the inside line, so that's only going to leave the 38 up high there as that outside line fizzles out here and we go back to single file. I have to imagine they're getting ready for their pit stops here. This is why they're getting single file. We could see some action here shortly as we see a lap car there just ahead. He's going to head down pit road, but everyone else out here in this lead pack going to stay out this time around as we take 16 to go. Again, we see a little confusion there as they make their way around this lap traffic here as he stayed on the bottom side. So shook him up a little bit there as they had to go around the outside. Going to spread the field out a bit here, but AJ Stravato is still going to be out front here as they take 15 to go this time by. Oh, and we're starting to see a run here on the outside. That's the 76 of Brad Miller. He's got the 29 there of Tyler Marble behind him. Those are the only two on the outside, though. And as the field is spread out here, especially on that bottom side, not sure why they aren't reacting to the two on the outside there, but the two on the outside starting to make up a bit of ground here, and as they catch the draft from the 34 there of Pajari going a lap down, we could see a situation here where these two can, or at least the 76 could clear the race leader if the 31 doesn't get up there and react and bump draft the race leader Stravato there. And looks like they're going to be pretty even here going down the back straight. Remember, Stravato pitted on lap 54. Everyone else around him pitted on lap 57. The only exception is going to be the 46 there of Lowry. So they are at least 3 laps fuel less than the rest of the pack as we take 12 to go this time around. Stravato also being in the race lead here for most of this stint, out front, burning more fuel than the rest of the field around him here. So it's really going to be tight here coming down to the end if we don't have a caution. Still no action here down pit road as we're going to cross the line here. Take 11 to go this time around.
So you asked me what my predictions were for you, and what are yours?
I honestly can't call it here. Too many unknowns. Really, you know, sometimes these super speedway races can really come down to a coin flip. So I don't want to curse anybody, give them the old broadcaster's curse. So I'm not gonna pick a prediction here tonight. Mostly because I don't want to be wrong.
Gotcha.
I do believe here with Stravato out front, I think he's going to be short on fuel. I don't think he can make it. With 10 to go here, based on my calculations, I did not think the rest of the field was going to be able to make it either, but it is possible I'm wrong there. So really, you know, without being in communication with their spotters here, I really don't know what's going to happen here. I think we're going to be surprised. I can't rule out the late race caution happening either, but the field pretty spread out now. As you can see, we really have about 2 packs forming here, all single file, and it's spread out as they are. I assumed we're about ready to see some action down pit road, as they're going to cross the line here. Take 9 to go this time by Stravato still out front, Wetmore still in second, Lowry in third, and just how far Lowry has backed off here. It looks like most of these drivers are in fuel save mode.
Over radio chatter, Stravato is pitting.
Stravato coming down pit road this time. So our race leader, looks like he's going to have Lowry there, who was on the same pit strategy as him, also going to pit. So just those two coming down pit road. So that is what we thought would happen here. So the 31 of Wetmore going to stay out. Now this is where it's going to be interesting. Based on my calculations, we know they pitted, these guys pitted 3 laps later than Stravato and Lowry. And we know running around in the draft, you can save about 3 laps on a fuel stint here with 100% fuel. So that puts them within a lap or two here of potentially making it to the end. Now, you throw a caution into the mix, and that just shakes this entire thing up here. But, oh, Wetmore going to come down pit road. We've got a lot of action here. Cody Smith, Trevor Trago, a lot of action here. 33 of Nim Cross also coming down pit road. So Sullenberger here in the 66. He's going to stay out here with 7 to go. He's got Tyler Marble right behind him. Brad Miller in third. De Blasio there in 21st. So Cody Smith looks like he may be the first one out of pit road here on this cycle. He is in the 18. Trevor Trago there. Coming out behind him, Nim Cross, Nick Terabuk there. So it's going to be interesting to see here where Stravato... Oh, and the rest of the field looks like they're going to come down pit road as well. This is the 66. Wow, he came in there hot. Did he get it slowed down in time? I believe he did, but the 2 here of Maines is going to stay out. He's going to be our new race leader here with 6 laps remaining. Andrew Dorman in the 05 also staying out here. He'll be in second. And just looking here, it looks like Cody Smith is the first car off of pit road here. So I was just looking at the pit times. AJ Stravato, we saw him and Lowry come down a lap previously, and their pit times were drastically slower. They were in the 10-second range. Everybody else in the 5-second range. So that is how Cody Smith here in the 18 car was able to stay out a lap longer and make it out in front of those 2. Looks like he got the fuel calculation right here. Took a splash of fuel, as we see everyone else coming off of pit road here. The car in front there is going to be Tyler Marble in the 29. Who had a great pit lap time, so he saved a lot of time on pit entry and pit exit here. So he's going to be our net leader as we come around and take 5 to go. Maine's in the 2 car, still out front with the 05 of Dorman there in second, but we know they have to come down pit road still here. So Tyler Marble there in the Napa Auto Parts 29, he is our net race leader there. The 87 car is a lap down. We've got a few lap cars in the mix here. Wow, see Marble there go to the high side. The 37's on the outside there. And the Blasio there in the 21, he's going to rock it up to the net race lead here. Ty Ippolito there in the 19, he's going to be a net second here.
Maines and Dorman out front 1 and 2. They're saving fuel.
They are saving fuel. Let's just look at the gap, though. They are only about, what, 14, 15, 16 seconds ahead here. And that time is coming down by about 3 seconds a lap, if not more here. So with 4 to go, I think they're going to catch them easily here.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
It's a risky strategy, though. I can tell you that. But it doesn't look like, just with the times here, as you can see, that gap's now all the way down to 10 seconds here. But de Blasio there in the 21 car is our net race leader. Ooh, we got another car heading down pit road there. That's going to be Wetmore. And I'm not sure why he's coming down pit road again. Could have gotten a penalty there. We'll have to get a confirmation there. But we're going to take 3 to go this time around. See the 2 car there of Maine's just now coming out of turn 2. He's your race leader. Dorman right behind him in the 05. And now you see de Blasio here on the backstretch, only about 3 seconds behind them. So that strategy is not going to work out here. They are going to rocket by them on this lap. I have to wonder how the 87 is going to play into the finish of the race here, being a lap down. You know, really it's between the 21 and on further back here. So, you know, you have to wonder who is friends with the 87 here. He really could play a key factor into the race winner here tonight. As we take 2 to go here. The 21 there of de Blasio is our race leader. Ty Ippolito there in the 19 is second. Chuck Sweeting in the 65 there third. Nim Cross in the 33 fourth. Tyler Marble there in the 29 in fifth. Stay in single file here as we're going to come around and take the white flag this time by now all eyes are on the front of the field here as we take the white flag. What is the 21 going to do here? He's got the 19 there, Ippolito on the backside there as they work their way around some more lap traffic here. Looks like Ippolito there was laying off a bit, trying to get a run here. As de Blasio there on the bottom side, he's still pushing that lap car there in front, but it looks like he's got a huge gap now back behind him here. So really the race is going to be further back here as they go 3 wide. You've got the 33 there of Cross in the middle there, but de Blasio here out front by himself in that 21 car. It looks like, oh, the 33 is going to get turned there, but de Blasio there is going to cross the line and take the race win. The 33 got turned there. Looks like he's going to cross the line in 8. So Ty Ippolito there in the 19. He's going to finish second with the 65 of Chuck Sweeting there taking home third.
And just like you said, unpredictable. That was a lap car that helped the leader there.
Absolutely. So it looks like the 21 may have been friends there with that lap car. Not sure what happened with the second place car there, Ippolito. He fell off there as they went around that lap traffic. But nonetheless, here it was an exciting finish to the first round here at Daytona. So we'll let them celebrate here for a few minutes, and then we'll try to get a word with the top 3 tonight for some post-race interviews. right, we're going to bring up the official results here tonight. So taking home the race win is going to be Adam DeBlasio there in second. We've got Ty Ippolito third, Chuck Sweeting in fourth, Trevor Trago in fifth, Nick Tarabush in seventh. We've got sixth, Tyler Marble in seventh. We have Jay Heischman in eighth, Nim Cross in ninth, Justin Lowry finishing 10th, Brad Miller in 11th, Jake Hixson and Brandon Figliola there in 12th. AJ Stravato finishing 13th and 14th. Jeffrey Marble 15th. Joshua Campbell finishing 16th. Drew Hammock in 17th. Brian Conklin and 18th goes to Jonathan Medeiros. Finishing 19th, Joshua Watson in 20th. Tim Phillips in 21st. Mike Ellis in 22nd. Alan Rowell in 23rd. Gregory Hectus 24th, Andrew Dorman in 25th, Jason Maines finishing 26th, Travis Sullenberger 27th goes to Tom Wetmore. In 28th, we have Samuel Harris. All right, I'm just looking here to see if we have any of the top three here available. Looks like we do have one driver at least here. Sweeting, I believe. Yes, we do. So let's go ahead and we'll bring him on down here and try to get a word with our third place driver. So let's bring him here. All right, we've got third place driver here, Chuck Sweeting, in the broadcast booth with us. Hey, man, it's Kevin up in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Hey, Kevin, how's it going?
Hey, doing well. So first of all, congratulations on a great finish here tonight to what was as we expected, a pretty hectic opening round here at Daytona. So got to ask, coming into tonight, with a really competitive field like it was, 43 cars, stacked field, 100 laps at Daytona, opening round. What is your strategy coming into a night like tonight?
It's just survive to the end, and oh man, there's some tough competition in this league. There's some of the best drivers on the service on here, so this is pretty special. Even though it's third, I'd rather have the win, but first you got to get to the end, and then hope that you're good enough that you can be up front. And it just kind of worked out tonight, so it was a lot of fun.
Absolutely. It looked like great racing out there all night long. Gotta ask, did you have any teammates out here tonight to help you strategize and ultimately help you be in the position that you ended up in?
No teammates at all. Just a lone driver here, independent, and I just tried to stay low and stay out of trouble, and it worked out. I know all the guys in the league, or most of the guys in the league. I just none of them are teammates though.
Gotcha. Well, again, bringing home third here on the opening round, a great start to the season. Excited to see what you can do here on the other 12 rounds remaining here. But hey, while you're here, any sponsors you need to thank or people you need to give a shout out to?
I just want to thank Alan and everybody, all the admins with the league, and for all the hard work they do. It's a lot of work to put one of these series on, and I appreciate it. Appreciate them having me.
Absolutely. Well, again, congratulations on the third place finish here tonight. Strong run for you, and hopefully we'll be talking to you again next week.
Hopefully so. Thanks a lot.
All right, that's going to do it for third place driver there, Chuck Sweeting. Now let's try to get a word with our second place driver. Just looking, I don't believe, double check behind me here, Brian, but I don't see Ippolito in the server here.
I don't see first or second.
All right, so next one up, we'll look for our race winner. I don't believe we have de Blasio in here either. Oh, we do have de Blasio here. Hold on. Sorry. He's under a different name here tonight. So let's go ahead and bring him down. We've got race winner here, Adam de Blasio, here in the booth with us. Sorry about that, Adam. Different name in the voice chat here, but we found you. So, hey, how you doing tonight?
Yeah, I I forgot to change my nickname in here. This is my default account, so yeah. So it's on me as well. But yeah,
Uh,
that was a interesting finish.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, congratulations on taking home the win. It definitely was an interesting finish. We were trying our best to make predictions there in the last 20 laps, but I tell you, it was so much uncertainty with the fuel coming down to the end there, and just how the green flag pit cycle was going to work itself out there. But ultimately, saw you getting out front there in the last handful of laps. So, got to ask you, walk us through those handful of laps there toward the end. You had a lap car in front of you, and some tough competition behind you. What was your strategy there for those last couple laps?
So I think most of us we were one lap short, and then everyone pit before me, and I'm like, shoot, I'm gonna lose a bunch of time to them, and I have no idea how I came out in front of the pack that pit before me with Heichman, Trigo, and all those guys, because I got down to like 183 miles an hour down the back stretch at the end of it. And I'm like, okay, this is awful. And then the pack behind me caught me, and I'm like, yeah, this is over. But somehow I I got a good entry, didn't really lose much time there, and I saved the last stop not to be the first stop to not slide through my pit box. Every other stop I slid through it slightly and I had a backup, so that was uh I saved my race there. But when I came out, it it's so hard to pass someone or have the outside lane work unless the inside lane's saving fuel, which you probably saw at the end of the race. Um, so I was like, do I try and go around? I think it was Gregory, or do I stay behind him? And he was slightly damaged, so he was slow. He was slow, but he was fast enough to uh, keep up a very good pace. So I decided to just shove him down the backstretch on the final 5 laps, just because, just to get the pack going and to prevent the outside lane from forming. And then coming off from two, I saw Ty, teammate of mine, back off. And when I saw that, I just put the pedal to the metal and tried to shove him, Gregory, as far away as possible so he wouldn't get the run. And then down the backstretch on the final lap, I got up to 290 oil temp, and I had to back off from him, or else I would have blown my engine. And then I was just, I wasn't, I don't think I even looked in the uh, windshield through 3 and 4 and coming to the checkered. I was just watching my mirror and just was ready just in case Ty came with a run.
Wow. Well, that crazy last lap there. We were actually trying to wonder who was if you and the 19 were teammates there, because of just the way the 19 sort of backed off. We were trying to determine what happened there, but wow, it all just played into your hands there. Absolutely did, and you took home the race win here tonight. So again, congratulations. Hey, while you're here, any sponsors you need to thank or people you need to give a shout out to?
I gotta thank Alan Pajari, Josh Campbell for putting on this league. I think this is the time I've seventh season I've been in this league, which is quite a long time. Last year I didn't win a race. This year I win the first race, so go figure. And last year they had mini trophies that they would send out, and this year they don't have them. So well, there goes that opportunity. But yeah, whatever. It's cool to get the win. I want to thank you guys for coming on and broadcasting. I will definitely be watching these in the future, and just I like watching broadcasts in general. I want to thank my dynamic autosport teammates. I'm not gonna name any of them because I'm pretty sure I'll forget one or five, or I don't know. But just to make it fair, I'm not gonna say any of them. Um, I want to have a special shout out. Tyler D. Hudson had the number 73 And I have a 73 sticker on my car for Jason K. Miller. He passed away earlier this year. And he was a good friend of ours and teammate, and um, he will forever be in our hearts. And I believe that's all I have on my car. I think I usually forgive someone.
All right. Well, again, congratulations there on the victory here, and taking home the first round victory. Like you said, didn't have a win last year. Starting off this season strong here tonight. Excited to see what you can do here in the remaining 12 rounds here. But again, congratulations, and hopefully we'll be talking to you in victory lane again next week.
Yeah, hopefully Texas is an interesting track for sure.
Absolutely. Well, again, take care and congratulations on the win.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, so we're going to go a bit out of order there. That was our race winner, Adam DeBlasio there. So now we do have our second place driver here up in the broadcast booth with us. We've got Ty Ippolito here. Hey, Ty, it's Kevin. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man, first of all, congratulations on a great finish here tonight, taking home second in the opening round here at Daytona. So we've talked to the other two in the top three here, so we want to ask you the same question here. Coming into tonight, opening round, stacked field, 43 drivers, very competitive field. What's your strategy coming into a race like tonight?
Try and just be near the front so I could stay out of the wrecks. It's basically my strategy.
Absolutely. It seems like we've seen, kind of a split here. Some people prefer to be in the back. Some people prefer to be in the front. But ultimately, it works out for you here tonight. You take home second in the opening round. So again, congratulations. Just want to ask, pick your brain a little bit here as we head into next week. I believe we go to Texas. So gotta ask, how do you feel about the next round?
Yeah, feeling pretty confident about Texas.
Little mile and a half action should produce some great racing here with the field as we've seen. But again, congratulations there on the second place finish. While you're here, are there any sponsors you need to thank or shout outs you need to give?
Yeah, I just want to thank everybody at Dynamic Auto Sports for putting this on. It's a lot of fun. I want to congratulate Adam for the win, and I want to thank you guys for putting on the broadcast.
Absolutely. Well, again, congratulations on the second place finish, and hopefully we'll be talking to you again next week.
Thanks, guys.
All right, that's going to do it for our second place driver there, Ty Ippolito, and that is going to conclude here round one of the Winter Cup Series here at Daytona. As we will pull up the schedule here, as you can see, next week we're going to head to Texas, and then a little short track racing after that as we head to Bristol here. But a great action-packed 13-round schedule here for the Winter Series. And if anything to take away from tonight is it's going to be a great competitive season ahead of us with some big names in the field, some great drivers here. We've got a first-time winner tonight, and it's off to a great start here. But again, thank you all for tuning in here to Soak Tires Broadcasting, and we hope to catch you again next week.